Paul, where'd you find the energy, the wherewithal in those last 8 minutes?
Just adrenaline. I think I got energized by that second group that kind of brought that game close. Was kind of re-energized to get back out there, and they held up for us. It was time for myself to take from there.
How did it feel going into this game, being your 5th game of the week, having played in Dallas last night? All these factors. How tired were you at the start of the game?
I thought yesterday was tougher than today, honestly. But I thought today we didn't feel too dragged out. I think we were more so excited to be home, be in our beds, be playing in front of our crowd. More so, I think that's why today felt better than yesterday.
When you were down 20 in the first half as a team, it looked like, boy, these guys must be fatigued. What was the reason you went down 20 then if it wasn't fatigue?
I thought they executed well. I thought we made some game changes, some plans within our sets and schemes. You can't drop back too far off with our bigs, with how quick Dame and CJ are, and how good of a shooters they are, how good they can shoot that. I thought we did a great job of pushing up, bringing our bigs up a little higher, not giving them those easy threes. CJ still had a pretty solid third quarter. Both of them did, but I thought in that fourth quarter, we really buckled down. We didn't give up, too many open threes. And I thought over time we just warmed down. They became a jump shooting team, and jump shot wasn't there late in the game.
Was that a change in strategy or better execution of the strategy?
I thought it was better execution, but I thought it was just us. We continued to keep applying that pressure. I thought the second unit, AB came in, really battled the point guards pretty good, and then Jeff came in and continued on with that pressure. I just thought over time we just warmed down.
Walk us through the missed mid-range jumper. You somehow collect the rebound, and then you dunk the ball. What did you see there, and why do you think you were allowed to get the ball when it seemed there would be a fight for it?
He had a pretty good contested jump shot. So I just wanted to crash. I knew they were going to call the timeout, so the play would have been dead right there. So that was an opportunity to be aggressive on the board. But Miles kept it alive, kept that ball active for that split second for me to go after it, and was able to snatch it.
What was it like? There's these duos between Damian and CJ and you and Thad. What was it like to have the pairs go at one another, and especially seeing what Thad was doing from the perimeter?
I thought really Thaddeus was the biggest player of us all tonight. We were joking about him not wanting the space behind that three, and he goes 6 for 8. But he was timely. I thought all of his threes, all of his shots, his offensive rebounding, everything was timely within this game tonight. And he was the one that really, I was able to make shots late in the game, but he was the one that kept us in the game.
Paul, you talked before about offensive need to move the ball, and you even kind of gathered your teammates to tell everybody that not long ago. Yet in a game like this, you also feel like you got to take control, right? Is it difficult to find that balance of getting offensive movement and team play and so forth, and yet
it
taking
is.
over the game?
It is. I get the most criticism of, you're not doing this, you're not shooting enough, and then you got guys that need shots as well, need looks, need opportunities. So it's hard to find a balance of whether I'm shooting too much or am I getting enough guys opportunities and guys looks and rhythm. It's all it's all trying to figure it out. If we win, it's everyone's happy. If we lose, I put the pressure on me for not getting guys looks and myself not being aggressive. So it just comes down to trying to knowing when to bite the bullet and when to be fine with the result.
You told me last night that Rodney was one of the better, if not the best, playmaker on the team. What does he allow, whether spacing, or just having another option on the court with the 4 starters late in these games, the last 3 games, where it seems like that's where Nate wants the lineup to be to try to close the game?
I just think Rodney's basketball IQ is fairly high. He has a very good knack for the game, and he's one of the best drivers we have. His ability to get to the paint and see the weak side is really the best that we've had. Him and Monte are so good at attacking and seeing that weak side. That's where teams are broken down at, and a lot of times we get ourselves in trouble. For not seeing that weak side. Teams rotate and teams come down and drop down on the bigs. Corner 3 or weak side wing 3 is always open. Rodney always finds it, and it's fun being out there. It's fun playing with him. Again, he's I say it all the time, one of our best playmakers.
Big picture, you guys have alternated the result the last 6 games. Does it feel like a kind of an emotional roller coaster back? Lose big, have a nice win over LA, back and forth.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the theme with us being 50-50. We just can't seem to find consistency. We're right in the middle, and that's just been the thing. We'll go out and win a big game, regardless of who's in the lineup, and then we'll tank a big game regardless of who's in the lineup. So we're just failing to find consistency.
I was going to ask, what will it take? You're a 500 team, have been all season, but what needs to happen to go beyond 500?
Consistency. We have to do one thing and continue to do it throughout the whole year. We have moments where we want to play some defense. We want to be aggressive. We have moments where it hurts, getting scored on, and we pick up the pace. We pick up the pressure. Then we have games where it doesn't bother us. So it's all comes down to consistency. We want to be a serious team and a serious contender. Then we'll learn how to do things consistently.
Paul, one of the hardest things to do late in a game, especially on a back-to-back, is to conjure up the energy to play defense. What do you think collectively clicked for you and for the rest of the team in the fourth quarter to get that done?
I just thought we just didn't give up. No one had any excuses of being tired or legs heavy or not there mentally. I thought that this whole game we didn't give up, and so I'm just proud of my guys for it.
Have you unpacked yet?